Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Pompberry, and today we're gonna celebrate Pride. Okay? I know that Pride has kind of taken a back seat because of the BLM movement, and it's 100% what needs to happen right now. We need to be fighting for the causes that need our most immediate attention right now. But when we say Black Lives Matter, that means all Black lives. That means trans Black lives, that means gay Black lives, that means any and every Black life. So yes, we're gonna celebrate Pride, but we're shifting the focus a little bit towards our Black friends in the LGBTQ community. And how can you do that, you might ask? Well, first of all, if you plan on donating and you're able to, then seek out Black-led LGBTQ organizations. Like the LGBTQ Freedom Fund, which posts bail for LGBTQ people that are not able to pay for bail, the Transgender Awareness Alliance, that assists people with legal name changes and provides support for healthy living, or the National Black Justice Coalition, which is a civil rights organization dedicated to the empowerment of Black, lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, queer, and same-gender loving people, including people living with HIV/AIDS. Now, these are just an example. If you Google it, you will find tons of organizations that you can help. If you're not able to contribute with a monetary donation, then another thing you can do from home is sign petitions. Change.org has a ton of petitions you can sign right now. And also consider emailing your elected officials to pressure them against passing laws that would harm the LGBTQ community. This year, I was lucky enough to team up with a company, Pridebox, to create a t-shirt design that is being sold, and part of the profits is going to LGBTQ charities. And if you're curious to see that design, here it is. I finally got it in hands. I am so happy about this. Yee! And you might recognize this makeup design from a video that I posted 2 years ago. And today I'm going to do an updated version of that look. So basically, I'm going to turn myself into my little t-shirt design. But before we start, I just want to talk a little bit about Pridebox and what they're doing. This video is not sponsored by them. I just wanted to show you guys what I did with them. Basically, what Pridebox is a way to celebrate Pride virtually since we are all in quarantine. And it's a little swag box that you get a bunch of things in it that are made by LGBTQ companies or artists. And for their limited edition Pridebox, they teamed up with 10 different LGBTQ artists to create exclusive t-shirt designs, and there's some really awesome ones, so be sure to check them all out. And part of all the proceeds from all the Pride boxes goes towards LGBTQ charities. And so if you're curious, if you want to get this t-shirt, I'm gonna leave the link down below. But also, separate from Pridebox, I really enjoyed this design, and I've been thinking about making stickers for so long that I decided to make a little sticker with the design. And as you can see, it's got a holographic background. I am so excited. This is the first sticker I've ever made, and I've been wanting to create a little sticker shop for ages now, but I don't know, I just never did it. And I wanted to launch these on the 1st of this month as a way to like celebrate Pride and all that. But obviously there were more important issues. BLM protests started happening. I focused pretty much all my attention towards sharing information about the protests on my Instagram stories and try to keep that as up to date as possible. So then I put the stickers aside. I didn't release them before because I didn't think it was the right time. And now I still feel like it's not the right time. I don't know if it will ever be the right time, but Pride Month is almost gone, and I just wanted to make some cute rainbow shit, you know? And this isn't going to be sold just this month. This is going to be a thing that hopefully I'll build upon. I want to get more sticker designs soon. So yeah, if you're interested in getting a little sticker, there's actually 2 options, one with a thin border and one with a thicker border. So these will be up on my shop, which I'm also going to link down below. And let's get to it. I'm going to jump straight into the look. As I said, this is a look I've done before, but I'm going to be updating it. I'm going to be changing it, using different products, so hopefully it'll come out really cute and kind of different from the last one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then what are you doing? You know you want to. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So in last week's video, I did a full face of Danessa Myricks products, and I want to continue playing with her products. So I'm going to be using her foundation again today. I'm just going to apply it a little bit differently so I see how it applies using different techniques, but I do want to keep that kind of glowy skin look. So first off, I'm going to go in with the Rituel de Fille, the Sorcerer Metamorphic highlighter. And I've used this under foundation before, and it always looks really gorgeous. So it's kind of like a balm, and I'm just going to apply that where I want the most shine, but kind of buffing it into the skin as if it were a moisturizer or something. And you can see it is very shiny, but it's just hopefully gonna give a kind of lit from within glow. I'm also applying that to my chin and just kind of the high points of the face. Last week I applied this foundation with a flat brush. This week I'm going to use a beauty blender to see how that works. So I'm just gonna dot it kind of all over. And this isn't exactly a foundation per se. It's kind of half foundation, half concealer. It's really, really thick and really full coverage. Just gonna see how it applies with a sponge. Seems like pretty well. And I definitely don't have a ton of oil on my face like I did last time. I did put a little bit of oil when I did my skincare, but not nearly as much as last time, because I don't want to go for a full like oil slick moment. I just want to look like I've got nice and healthy skin. And my skin is like really red right now because I've been using some really intensive acne treatments. And you can see my skin has gotten a lot better. It's like the best it's been in years, but it's also super sensitive and super red. That looks pretty. It's definitely a little too yellow and a little too dark for me. So I might just bring that a little bit down towards the neck. I think last time the color didn't look this off because I had like a really intense pink highlighter underneath and that shifted the color of the foundation a bit. But this time that I don't have that, it's looking a little too yellow. So I might have to mix something in here to get it to match a little bit better. Okay, to try to neutralize this a little bit and lighten it a little bit, I'm going in with the Milk Flex Concealer in the color Creme, which is a little too light for me, but I'm going to use that to kind of highlight high points of the face, and hopefully that'll kind of make the foundation match a little bit more. Oh yeah, I feel like that will work. I normally don't like to do the whole triangle under the eye thing. I think that's like way too much product, but since I'm having to color correct a little bit. So the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover that I use is the color N03. I might have to buy the N02 to mix it together. I have a feeling that the 2 is a little too light for me, and then the 3 is like my summer shade. Then I'm going in with the Milk Translucent Light Powder just to try to lighten everything up a little bit more. And even powdering, you still kind of get a slight sheen in the skin, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to have like a fully matte face. I forgot to contour before I powdered. I'll do that next and hope that it doesn't all go wrong. I know that I've already powdered, but I'm going to go in with the Danessa Myricks Waterproof Cream Palette to contour. And I'm going to try using my sponge this time instead of a brush. And I'm going to go in with this cool toned brown right here. So I don't want to go crazy on the contour. I'm just going to dab it a little bit where I want it. And this color seems really dark and intense, but once you have it blended out, it's pretty perfect. And it seems to be doing fine over powder, which is great to know. It just seems a little bit harder to blend out than when it's not powdered, but I mean, that's to be expected. That's kind of a given. Now for brows, I'm just gonna make sure that they are brushed in the right direction. And then I'm going to go in with 2 of the Urban Decay brow blades. First, I'm going to start off with Cool Cookie. And I've never used the pencil side actually. I just love the ink stain side. It allows you to create the thinnest little brow strokes that I've ever seen. Like, this is honestly the best brow marker I've ever used. If you know of a comparable one, let me know in the comments. I haven't seen any that you can get this thin of a line. And I start with this color. It matches my brow hairs pretty well, but it's a little light, so I just use this one to fill any sort of little gap. And then I go in with Blackout to kind of shape it a little bit better. So I create the thicker lines that will allow me to define the shape a little bit better. See, with 3 little strokes, I'm able to define that arch so much more. And that's the beauty of this product, is that you don't have to completely fill in your brow. You can literally just do little tiny strokes and you have a really natural looking filled in brow. It's pretty great. If you like doing that kind of fluffy brow look as well, this is great. But it's easy to get carried away and then just draw too many strokes. Less is more, I feel. I like to darken this outer tail as well. See the difference between that? And and it still looks super natural. I'm honestly in love with filling my brows in like this. I'm gonna start with my cheeks, and I'm gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics Trendy in Tokyo palette, and this is such a beautiful bright palette. I'm gonna start with the color Blossom. These are really pigmented too, so I'm gonna go in really, really light-handed with this, and I'm gonna start with this pink at the outermost point of my cheek. It's gonna go from pink to red, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of back and forth to blend the colors together. So I'm gonna build it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump into the red. I'm gonna use this color here, Fashion. This one's kind of a very orangey red, and ooh, it's very strong. Hold on, I'm trying to copy the drawing, and I feel like the red should be closer to the nose, so whoops. I'm gonna try to blend this out. I should have planned this better. I'm gonna go back with Blossom to blend those two together. Now I'm gonna take that color Fashion and really concentrate it right here. For looks like this, go little by little. You've got less chance of making a mistake if you go light-handed than if you pack a ton on in one go. Then I'm going to dip into Trendsetter, which is this orange, and that's gonna go right here, climbing up the side of my nose. I'm also gonna take that kind of down the side of my nose a little bit. That's looking very red. So hold on, I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm gonna use a different brush so that it doesn't blend with the red as much. So that's already really intense. But I'm gonna go back to fix this area here. I'm not super happy with it. I think I'm gonna dip into my Shroud Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. And this is the palette that I used last time that I did this look. I'm gonna take the color Strawberry Milk, and I'm gonna use that to really lighten up this area here. Just want to kind of tone this down and get a better blend. And this is what I meant by there's going to be a lot of back and forth between the colors. Just because I put one color down and moved on to the next does not mean I am done with that color. To get a really nice blend, you'll have to keep going back. And then back with the orange. I just realized I forgot to say something about the t-shirts. Pridebox teamed up with a brand called Everywhere. Now I'm going to switch over to the Kaleidos Futurism 4 VR Neon palette so I can use this bright, bright yellow. And the t-shirts are made from 50% recycled plastic bottles and 50% recycled cotton. So it's really, really dope. It's really, really environmentally friendly. So that's just another reason to love what Pridebox is doing. I'm also going to blend this yellow into the orange on the side of the nose just to lighten that up a little bit. And then for green, I actually want to go in with like a minty green. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Pastels Mint palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm using kind of the other side of the brush, and I'm going to pat that down. And then again, from the VR Neon palette, I'm going to take this bright green. Just add a hint of that between the yellow and the mint. Then I'm going to go back to the Trendy in Tokyo palette, and I'm going to take the color Fortune. And I have a feeling this might be a little intense, but oh no. I think it'll actually work out. And I'm going to switch brushes for this because I don't want to get any yellow in there. This color is also kind of going up into the crease. Then back with the Creepy Cute palette, and I'm going to use the color Planchette to keep it quite pastel. And this one's a really cool tone lilac. I might warm it up a little bit. I think I'll dip into Cold Shoulder a little bit, which is this bright baby blue, just to, oh boy. These colors are so pigmented. I try to just like slightly dip into them, but they are crazy. Like if you think that pastels don't show up, you need to try this palette. And I might, since I'm here, I think I'm gonna dip into Creep It Real to intensify this mint a little bit. Yeah, see? I don't know why I try to not use this palette and then I always regret it. I don't know. I'm also gonna dip into Take a Hint to intensify this green, make it a little more pastel. Back to the purple. It seems like the more I'm blending shadows onto my skin, the more that highlighter is peeking through, and it's looking kind of cool. I noticed it here too. You can see the sheen a little bit more now that I've got color on my cheeks. So that's a nice little touch. And then I'm going to end this side with strawberry milk, and that's just going to warm it up a little bit and kind of tie both sides together. I might add in another purple. I'm considering it. Or another blue, I don't know. But I want to add another color on this side. I think I'm going to go in with the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, and I'm going to take the color Player 1. It's a really nice warm toned purple. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Gives a little hint of warmth. And I think I might also add in some 8-bit where the purple and the blue meet. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. That adds a little bit of intensity, a little bit of depth, and now we just gotta keep blending. Okay, the red was looking really intense until I added like these purples here. I think now it's a little bit more balanced out, but I feel like I do want to tame it just a touch, so I'm just going in with strawberry milk. And I'm just going to pat that right on top, and that brings it down a little bit. Oh, but now I brought it down too much. I'm gonna try a different red. I'm gonna try Game Over from this palette, and this is more of like an orangey red as well, but I'm just going to use this one. Okay, yeah. This is still bringing intensity without being overpowering. Okay, I like this a little bit better. And then since I'm here, I'm just mixing all my colorful shadows, honestly. I'm gonna try High Score. Here were the oranges. Then I want to use a pink on the tip of my nose. I'm gonna go in with Level Up. I'm gonna go under my nose and around. Kind of brought these colors a little too far down my nose, so I'm gonna try to blend them away a little bit. To try to make the orange pop a little bit, I'm gonna go in with Third Eye. This will hopefully lighten this area a little bit. Also taking that third eye around my nose because I think slightly more orange tip works a little bit better than pink. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks Invisible Eyeshadow Base, taking that on a little brush. And I have a feeling that this eyeshadow base probably works better on a bare lid that hasn't been prepped with foundation and powder and all that, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. It's like a putty primer. Yeah, see, it's like lifting all the foundation that I have on there. Probably should have put this on before the foundation and all that. Oh well. Now I'll know for next time. So I'm going to bring up the orange shadow into the crease. I can definitely feel the primer, the shadows kind of really gripping onto it. So this is good for really intensifying the shadow, but I'm just going very light-handed with this. I'm also going to dip into my Fun Size palette using High Score to blend out this orange. And then with a little teeny tiny pencil brush, I'm taking Player 1. I'm gonna intensify this crease here. And I'm also, I think I want to do kind of the effect that I did when I recreated a painting a while ago. It was a 0073.UV painting, and I really defined this area right here, and I feel like that makes it look super like a drawing. So I'm taking this purple and I'm just intensifying this shadow here so that it really highlights kind of this inner corner. And then I'm also going to use that purple on my bottom lash line, concentrating it on the outer corner. Really like this color combo, the orange with this purple. And then before I do my lids, I'm going to worry about that later. I'm going to do the same on this side, but I'm going to be bringing up the green. And since I'm holding this palette, I'm going to go in with the color Twitch to start that. Now I didn't use this color before, but it's a mint green. It'll work. Then I'm going to go in with the Huda Mint to blend it out because this one's slightly lighter. So I'm just going to use this as like a little transition shade. I am digging bringing the colors up to my eyes. Last time I didn't do that. I just kept them on the cheeks. And then same thing on this side. I'm going to take Player 1 again and add that right here to deepen the inner portion of the crease and bringing it down as well. And I think to intensify this inner corner shadow a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the color Kyoto, and that's a risk because I actually don't know how pigmented this is, but I'm going very lightly with it and just right there so I can really intensify that line a little bit. Okay, that's not too dark. And this brush I'm using is the Dose of Colors brush that comes with their 5-pan palettes. I've talked about this brush before, but it's one of my favorites. It's so tiny. It's amazing for doing like little detail work like this. And I think on this side under my bottom lash line, I'm going to use the color 8-bit and just concentrate that on the outer corner. And mix a little bit of player 1 as well. And I just realized I wasn't zoomed all the way, so my bad. Now I'm going to take some concealer on a little brush, and I'm kind of going to not cut the crease, I'm going to cut the inner corner to really define this line that I created. So I'm just going to perfect that a little bit, but then also bring that up onto the lid. I'm going to cut it a little bit, but nothing crazy. I don't want it to be super, super sharp. And you can see that just defines it a little bit more, brightens up this area a little bit more. Now on the lid, I'm going to take the Kaleidos Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise palette, and I'm going to be using this color right here. It tends gold, but it's very, very neutral, almost like a white goldish shimmer. And I'm just going to pop that all over the lid, just using my finger. And I just wanted a neutral color on the lid that would work on both eyes. I'm also gonna take a brush to help me get right to the very edge. And I'm gonna leave the inner corner blank because I'm gonna use a different color right there. But this just gives a nice bit of shine to the lid without adding color per se. Now that that's done on both eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Metal Pigment in the color Love Story. And that's gonna go just right in the inner corner. Oh my god. These metal pigments by Danessa Myricks are the most gorgeous thing. They're super like multi-dimensional. This one, as you can see, has like a pink shift to it. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't deal. I have to go out and buy them. My friend lent me this, but I definitely have to go and buy this one. So that's just really brightening up that inner corner. I'm just blending it all the way down here. And then I know that I use the Daydreaming pigment on my brow bone on my last video, but I'm gonna do it again because I just liked it so much. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that. Okay, I grabbed maybe a little too little, but I'm just gonna pop that right at my brow bone. This one's got a blue shift. I'm getting everything on my hair. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in the color Space Panda. It's just the matte white. And I'm gonna draw little stars all across my cheeks. So I'm gonna do some 4-pointed stars. I like to start in the middle and flick up, down, one side, other side. And there you've got a little star. I'm also gonna do little dots here and there. So I'm just gonna do a mixture of these two things. I'm gonna be varying the size of the dots. If you've got any little pimples or blemishes, this is a great way to cover them up. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm placing some over little blemishes that I have. And you can add as many or as little stars as you like, but I just love them. I just want to fill my entire face full of little stars. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with a liquid liner. This is from Rimmel. It's the Wonder Swipe 2-in-1 liner to shadow, and it doesn't say what color it is, but it's this dark purple, and it's a very cool tone purple. It's kind of in between dark blue and purple. And I'm just going to line my eyes with that. Thought about doing a black, but I thought the black could be a little too harsh, considering everything's so like pastel and nice. This is still dark, but it's got a little hint of color to it. I've actually never used this before, but the applicator is really good. It's like a stiff, I don't know if it's a rubber tip or if it's a felt tip, but works really well. And I guess this product, you can either use it as an eyeliner or as an eyeshadow. If you blend it out, it's quite shimmery. But today we're just gonna keep it as a liner. Now for my waterline, I'm going to go in with the Colourpop BFF Creme Gel Liner in the color Crybaby. And it's this really, really pale lilac, so it's going to open up my eyes, make them look a lot bigger, but it still adds a little bit of color in there. I was thinking about using a purple mascara, but then I'd have to also coat my fake lashes in purple mascara. I don't know, I'm just so torn. So torn. I mean, I guess I might as well. Like, I don't get that many chances to use a purple mascara. I'm gonna use one that's kind of darker. This is the Maybelline The Colossal Big Shot Mascara, and this is a collaboration with Shayla. If I hate it, I'll just use a black mascara over top. I think it'll be okay. It's not as intense as a black mascara, obviously. Should I just use black? It's like, I love the idea of a colored mascara, but I also love really, really intense and bold eyelashes, especially on the bottom lash line. I don't know what to do. See, because this is like me packing on the product, and it's like the lashes are visible, but they're not as visible as when I use a black mascara. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to use a black mascara. I just can't help it. I can't help it. See? Look at that. It already looks a million times more like big doll eyes, because when you emphasize the lashes, it just opens up your eyes so much more. So this one is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. I'm going to do my fake lashes last, but before I do my lipstick, I'm just going to take the color Player One on a little pencil brush, and I'm going to put that on the outer corners of my lips. And I'm just going to blend that out very slightly. I'm going to add that under my bottom lip as well. I might blend it out with Level Up, which is this pink. Blending that upwards and outwards. Now I'm going to take the House Labs Rip Lip Liner in the color Myth. And this is slightly darker than what I wanted, but it's just kind of like a nudie color that I'm just going to use to define my lip shape a little bit. I want to really overdraw the Cupid's bow, doing a cute little doll-like lip. Then I'm going to fill this in with the House Labs Le Monster Matte Lip Crayon in the color Dust. And this is just a very Your Lips But Better color. These blend together really well. It's a little bit darker than what I wanted. Taking a little Q-tip and blending those two together, but also removing a little bit of the excess of the lip liner because it's a touch dark. And I want to keep these lips pretty light. I don't want to go too dark with them. And then I also want to add a touch of the Dose of Colors lipstick in the color Old Flame, right smack in the center. This just brightens it up a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot better. Having that little touch of orange. This isn't an orange, this is a nude, but it tends more orange than pink. That's what I needed for this. Then as a final touch, I'm going to add the Melt Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Johnny Rose. Just concentrating it in the center. This gloss is so pretty. It's got little, it's not glitter per se. It's all like irregular shimmers, so it's super multi-dimensional, super pretty. Smells really good too. Now for fake lashes. For my top lash line, I'm going to use the Violet Voss Fire and Eyes lashes. They're like 3 lashes stacked together pretty much. And then on my bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with the Elevation Lashes by Danessa Myricks in the style Freedom 9. I'm going to do little tufts. I might add in some Freedom 7s. They're a lot longer and thinner. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so for my bottom lash line, I used, I think this was a Freedom 10 that was in the Freedom 9 box, a Freedom 9, a Freedom 7, and another Freedom 9. And this is the finished look. Now let me zoom you out so we can compare it to the t-shirt. The only way I can get both my face and my t-shirt in the frame at the same time is if I zoom you out to the point where you can see my microphone and you can see the sides of my background. But I just wanted to show you. I am so excited. I can't believe that I got to design a t-shirt for a great cause and that I've made myself look like one of my drawings. Usually I turn myself into other people's drawings, so it was a lot of fun turning myself into my own drawing. Granted, it's a drawing of myself. But anyway, well, I don't consider it me per se. It's more like an imagined version of me. I don't know. Anyway, and I also matched these stickers. Ah! Oh, that's so awesome. I can't get over this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked seeing an updated version of an older look of mine. I had a lot of fun updating this look, and I'm really glad that I did because I love it so much more this time around. And I already loved it last time I did it. But I don't know, bringing the colors up to the eyes, I think really made a difference, really made it pop a little bit more. And I got lipstick on my teeth. Next week, I think I'm going to be reviewing the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try to make it a fun one. I think it's also going to be a really cute look as well. And I think that's it for today. I really, really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to all my patrons who support me. Oh, and a little note for patrons, there will be a discount code for my shop for all my patrons. So if you want to get a sticker, then there will be a little discount for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.